everybody. Welcome back to Relentless Talk Radio. All right, Michael, you got to tell me how to say am I saying Stemwedel? Am I right?
Stemwedel. Stemwedel. Yeah, it's a mouthful. It's a lot.
I'm the worst. It's like with a name like Micalizzi, I end up saying everybody's name wrong, so I got to get out of jail free card. But
yeah, absolutely.
You and I actually met. I think it's 6 years ago now, isn't it?
Yes, pretty close. Pretty close.
That's
5.5 to 6 years.
I don't know where the time went. It's really crazy.
It's crazy how fast it goes by.
It's crazy how fast it's going. So tell everybody who you are. You kind of just did that, but what you do.
Okay. So my name is Michael Stemwedel. I am kind of the founder and trainer of Inner Strength Fitness. It's a training service where I specialize in one-on-one training, small group training, which is individualized in a small group setting. And I have large groups such as boot camps and this group called Ultimate, which is a high intensity interval training class. I train out of Glory Gains Gym, which is located in Scottsdale, Arizona.
So there's two things I'm super excited about. I just happened to be at Glory Gains yesterday.
Right on. What'd you think?
So I was mesmerized, right? So I've been a trainer for 36 years. So anytime I see a gym that's independent, that's doing it right, I'm like, whoa, I want to know everybody here. What's everybody doing, right? So
Absolutely.
I was at, oh my gosh, I hate that I forget his name. Hey there, little person. Can we say hello?
Nora, can you say hi?
Hi, Nora.
She can't hear you. You're in my AirPods.
You're in my ears. Hey, Nora. So tell her I said hello. She looks really cute in that purple shirt.
Michelle says hi. Can you say hi? She's really shy.
Yeah. If only she knew how many people were watching her right now, she'd be really shy.
Right.
So it's, oh my God, Caveman Fitness has an infrared machine there.
Yes.
That I tried for the first time yesterday. And so it's Jason, right? Am I right? I hate that I can't remember. Jake, thank you very much. And it's Caveman
Fitness.
Caveman Fitness. So he's going to come on Relentless Talk Radio too. My friend Daphne told me about him because I strained my dang hamstring, and so she said, hey, try this. So he's trained at a Glory Gains. I love the name Glory Gains. It's very cool, but it's a really very cool space.
Absolutely.
And funny, before we got on the radio today, you apologized for having your child with you, and I started to laugh, right? When I got the message, because this is what entrepreneurship looks like, right?
Right. Absolutely.
A 3-year-old running around while you're trying to answer your messages and your phone calls and do radio shows. This is the entrepreneur life right here. This is right in a nutshell, right?
Yes, it is.
It's like it's real all day long. So I love that you're doing boot camps. That's pretty cool.
Absolutely.
Now you have a degree in nutrition, right? If I remember correctly.
Yes, I do, in dietetics.
So that's how you and I met. I actually had you do a health assessment on me when I was training at Lifetime.
Right.
And that's how we met. And I was really impressed with you. So I friended you right away. And I knew eventually I would talk to you about something. So you've been like, I always joke with people and I say, I just go around collecting nuts. I never know when they're going to bear fruit, but I just know there's going to be fruit nuts in my life. And you're just one of the nuts I collected. And the person who was supposed to come on today had to back out because they had something come up that made them unable to come. And so you jumped in last minute. So I really super appreciate that.
Hey, I appreciate you asking me. Thank you.
So why, nutrition and why health and fitness? Like, you look like you're athletic. So I'm thinking, and I know they answered that question, but why you could have become a doctor or something else. Why fitness?
So, I learned from a very early age that I was super interested in the human body, how it looked and how it worked. And basically, I was reading fitness magazines. I was trying to understand how to change my own body. And I was super little. I was probably like 13 years old. And so anyway, I started working out in middle school. And by the time I got into high school, people started to notice and comment and start asking me for advice or help. And then that was the hook. That is how I started to figure out, like, wow, I really like helping people go through this process with their own body to better themselves, like physically and mentally. And so honestly, it just had this snowball effect. It ultimately led me to get my dietetics degree from college. And then right after that, I just had this passion for helping people, face to face. And what better way than being a trainer to basically preach the nutrition side and kick your butt during a workout, to better yourself.
So you and I are very similar that way. I started training people prior to being 16, but I got some certifications when I was 16. So it was the same thing for me. As an athlete, people got saying, "How are you doing it?" And now I'm become a trainer. So you and I have the same story as far as that's concerned. But I think it's interesting is you came at it from a nutrition perspective, and
right.
I came at it from the training perspective. So I love that you came at it from a nutrition perspective, because I was on your web page the other day, and I love that scene with the big bulky African American trainer. I didn't listen to what he had to say. I could see the words where he follows the guy he's training into McDonald's, and he's like, he's walking in like the Hulk. Because you can train someone all day long, but if they go home and crap, there's nothing you can do about it, right?
Right, absolutely nothing. And it's such an important part of your fitness journey. You are what you eat. So I preach that to all my clients all the time.
Absolutely. So what's so when you and I met, you were actually working for somebody else. So yes. what's the big thing that the big like gimme that you've gotten? Like, what's the biggest lesson that you've learned? Because you've been in business about 3 or 4 years now, right?
2.5 for myself. So I started at a corporate gym. And they kind of harped on, you are a salesperson first and a trainer second, right? And just being younger and super in debt with student loans, I was driven to be a salesperson, which ultimately changed when I left that corporate gym and realized, it's about the client, it's about helping them. And I think the biggest thing that I learned is, 1, to be authentic, but 2, to be relentless. You have to constantly work at your craft every day. You need to, for me, like my business is clients and helping clients. And it's about acquiring new clients on the daily or on the weekly or on the monthly or whatever it might be. But it's like those little habits that you have to do every day to acquire clients. Yes, absolutely. So like, for instance, when I started at the corporate gym, it was walking the fitness floor. It was cold calling clients. It was giving free service all the time to try to build my business under their business. Right. And so that just kind of transitioned when I left that gym and started my own LLC. It was kind of the same concept. I have to do my daily non-negotiables that might not be the most glamorous and the most enjoyable and sometimes uncomfortable to do, but you have to do it.
So there's 2 things that you said that I think are interesting. One is that you started at a corporate gig and learned how to be a salesperson.
Right.
And I think it's important because, I went to art school. I double majored in art and psychology. And then I'm a certified personal trainer. And I thought that I would get away from business by being a trainer, doing what I loved as a trainer and being an artist. And then I realized, crap, I'm still in business, right? So I had to embrace that. So what was really cool about what you did is you started off in the corporate world and got some good training. Right. But you also started off in a corporate world that was telling you that sales was the goal as opposed to the person. But see, I know something about you. I just read on your post, you just got done paying off all that dang debt.
Yes.
And you did it. Congratulations, by the way. That's flipping huge.
Thank you so much.
School debt, okay? But you did it by focusing on the client.
Yes.
Because what I've learned is that when you focus on the person, the business is going to follow, right?
100%. 100%.
Because, when you really are genuinely, authentically trying to help people. So that's why, like, what I do is I'm on a mission to lift up and encourage people to be their best. Their best is fill in the blank, right? So that to me is number 1. And I know if I do that, then how each nut's going to fall into where I'm monetizing my life is going to naturally happen. I don't have to worry about the money as long as I take care of the people, right?
Absolutely. I totally agree with
So
that.
I love that. I love that you learned that. But when I saw that you finished paying off your student debt, I thought, how cool is that? That's
It's
awesome.
definitely, it's amazing. It's a great feeling to do. But, like you said, it's totally do right by the client, do right by the people that you're trying to help, and, the money will come.
Absolutely. Do what you love too. I mean, I think that sometimes people get into sales jobs they hate. They don't love the product. They hate what they're doing, and the money never comes. So you just toss your life away for something you hate doing. You're not
Right,
successful at it because you hate it, right?
right.
So the big question today was, as we have a baby playing with your hair, I love the time. Awesome. How do you not throw the baby out with the bathwater? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, you
For
gotta,
yourself first, and then for your clients.
okay. It's kind of like for me, I love the process. But I think the biggest thing is, um, just staying motivated. Like fitness is a passion for mine, and it's something I want to do. Like it's something I naturally do, and I want it
Right.
to succeed. And it's um, good things come for those that wait is like something I kind of live by. And I know if I work at it every day and I put my best foot forward and I go through the lows, because there's always lows with
All day
starting
long.
business, right?
Mhm.
That eventually it'll pay off. Your work will pay off. Um, oh, sorry, she's so distracting. She's just
Yeah,
being
well,
crazy
you know
right
what?
next to me.
Exactly. I just love that she's on here. It's so flippin' perfect because this is the life, right? I mean, like, just part of being relentless is just staying focused when you got a 3-year-old doing a jig beside you. I love that.
Right?
Well, just kind of staying the course because, I mean, your life is a perfect example. You bought a house. You've
Right?
had one child. You have another one coming. Yes.
Right. Yep. Another one
Is that
due in
going
January.
well? Am I like letting the cat out of the bag? I hope not. And you also are supporting that family, doing what you love. So that's really fantastic.
Yes.
So how about your clients? Let's say for example, a mom, right? A mom who's dealing with exactly what you're dealing with right now.
Right.
And it's so easy just to say, you know what, I'm just going to eat down and I'm going to finish the kids' meal, and I'm not getting to the gym, and I'm just not going to do it. So how do you keep on giving kisses and not just give up?
I know, right? I don't know what she's on right now. She was totally all happy by herself, and now
Because you're
she
not paying
wants
attention to
attention.
her, you're paying attention to your computer,
Yeah, right. So basically, like with my clients, you got to tell them, or I tell them, you got to put in the work daily, right? And you got to learn to love the process. And,
right? Amen.
right? And week by week, even like all the work you put into it results in a little increase in whatever your goal is, right? Or an
Right.
inch closer to your goal. If you constantly do that, let's say in 6 months, in 12 months, in 2 years, you're going to be, either at your goal or way closer to it. So I think that's just something that I try to harp is like, this isn't a sprinting game. This is a marathon. Building your business is a marathon. Getting
Yeah.
results in the gym is a marathon. You have to learn to love the process, and you need to constantly work at it day in and day out in order to get closer to your goal, if not hit your goal.
See, and that's kind of the weird dichotomy with goals, isn't it? Because you think the point of meeting a goal is to reach the goal, right? But
Right.
actually, the point in having the goal is to have the process of reaching the goal.
Yes.
I mean,
And,
it's really like
because,
the astronauts got depressed after they came off the moon because they'd worked so hard to get there. The goal was the
yeah,
moon, and then what's life afterwards?
right. Yeah,
So
that makes sense.
you just set another goal, right?
Right.
So but the time in between your goals is your life.
It is. Absolutely.
So you can't hate that part because then you're hating your life, right?
Right. Yeah. Goals will constantly evolve. And I tell clients all the time, like, you're going to hit this no matter what the
Yeah.
goal is, but we need to have these micro goals that you can hit that will slowly change and change and change so that you're constantly progressing no matter what the end goal is, that you're still moving forward.
I was just thinking about with the program that I do, people will say, well, I'm only going to do it for 30 days. And I'll be like, okay. Because I'm hoping in that 30 days they realize that it's not about the 5 pounds you want to lose. It's about a lifestyle change.
Absolutely.
It's about making a lifestyle change. And whether that's finding the products that work for you or the gym that works for you or whatever, just doing a 30-day goal, hitting the goal. Then what happens is you end up going right back to where you started because you stop doing what got you to the goal. And then you just go back to your life. But guess what? Your life is what got you to needing the goal.
Yeah,
it's such an
100%.
interesting thing. It's an interesting thing to watch as a health and fitness professional. So you just joined BNI, which is funny because I don't know whether or not I was in a BNI when I met you, but I've always done BNI. And I actually right now I'm not doing a BNI because I feel like my business is so multifaceted. It's not the right fit for that networking environment, but it's a great fit for someone who's training. I think it's super smart. So you just joined Arrowhead, correct?
Aspire. It's called Aspire. And so that's
it was on the A1. Now where do they meet?
We meet at CB Live at Desert Ridge, Wednesdays at 9:15 a.m.
Well, I'm going to come visit.
Yes, please. That'd be amazing.
So I've been a BNI member for 13 years.
Okay.
So every business that I've had, and I just recently took like a slight reprieve while I was kind of regenerating and moving, and I'll probably end up, back in a different, in the same group or a different group. But I love BNI because really what it is relationship marketing, right? It's creating relationships and referring business to each other. And the better you know each other, the better you know each other's businesses, the better you know what the right fit is for each other. So how long have you been doing BNI?
So actually, I just joined 6 weeks ago. And
Cool.
Our group launched 2 weeks ago. So we're a brand new group, and I think we already have 20 members.
That's awesome. Who's your director?
Brian Weaver is one of the directors, and let's see, Tara Golgis is the president. Her and Brian kind of formed this group together.
Cool. I'm gonna go stalk the group.
Yes, please.
I'll definitely come visit. BNI has been one of the main tools in my tool chest for as far as relationship marketing for most of my businesses. And I think that it's super smart that you're doing it. Nate and Kelly Dominguez are good friends of mine. So
cool.
I actually did a painting for Nate 5 years ago when I launched my consulting company. So he's go to MicalizziEnterprises.com/Nate Dominguez. I'll send you the link afterwards, actually.
Okay, that'd be cool.
His biggest fear, when in that series, I would ask what their biggest fear was, and he said his biggest fear was public speaking.
Really?
Have you ever heard him speak?
I have not. So I met Kelly, but I've never met Nate.
So Nate is like an expert speaker. So he just kind of got himself out of his own way, and he's really a fantastic speaker. But his biggest fear initially was public speaking.
That's awesome. A lot of the people that have come to speak to us in the short time all kind of say the same thing. Public speaking was not their thing. They dreaded it, every minute of it. And then you're sitting there listening to them speak, and it's a beautiful presentation. They deliver it like they've been doing it their entire lives.
Well, BNI is a really great way to get over your fear of speaking, for sure, because you have to do a commercial or a presentation once, 25 seconds or a minute every week and tell everybody about your business. So what categories are you guys looking for?
Oh, gosh. We need a lot in the health and wellness space, actually. There's only myself and a nutrition coach. So doctors, chiropractors, dentists, that sort of thing, massage therapists. We definitely need a general contractor, I remember, and oh gosh, there's a handful of other ones, but I can't remember off the top of my head.
You always have a real estate person and a financial advisor, right?
Yep.
I started Scottsdale Prospers when I was when my main gig was Edward Jones.
Oh, no kidding.
So I guess that was about 7 years ago. And so I started a BNI in Vermont. I started a BNI here, and I was a member of Paragon for a long time. So, BNI is really definitely a great way to grow your business. So I will definitely visit at CB Live on Wednesdays at 9:15. And tell me the name of it again. It's not Arrowhead. I just want to say
Aspire.
Great.
ASPIRE.
I knew it was an A. I'm going to write that note down. So tell me about Glory Gains Gym, and then we have a couple more minutes. I want to know a little bit more about that gym. I'm going to start stalking you guys. I might come to do a workout. I want to do your boot camp. Can we do a boot camp?
Let's go, Michelle.
Okay, awesome. So I'm gonna text you after this, and we're gonna get a date for me to come over and do a boot camp.
Perfect.
And we'll do a live video.
Okay, that'd be cool.
Okay. So tell me about Glory Gains.
So Glory Gains Gym was created by one of my friends, Caleb Hawk, and it's a trainer's gym. And so what that means is, in order to become a member, you have to have a trainer. And that might be 1 time a week or 4 times a month, but that's your in as a member. And then from there, or like the reason he does that is to kind of get rid of the...
Oh, we lost you. Shoot.
Hold on, I lost you here.
There you go. I got you now.
There we go.
Yeah. So I love that. So basically the people that there's only trainers and people there, people with trainers.
Yes. Yep.
So when you bring your clients in, they become members because they obviously have you, but really in order to be a member to the gym, you actually have to have a trainer. I love that.
Right.
That must make a really cool environment for training.
Oh, 100%. And the cool thing there then is we're like a community of people that actually know each other or get to know each other. You know, so you could go to a gym and you never say one word to anybody else.
Right.
You know, except for maybe someone that works there. So with this, it's because, you know, all my clients are starting to know each other if they don't already know each other. And then they start to know, you know, the trainers and their clients, and people talk to each other. You know, it's a good community of people, and it's a great networking place as well.
Well, yeah, because, you know, it's just, if you're wanting to grow your business, become friends with your trainer. Because your trainer knows everybody else who's like moving and grooving and shaking, right?
Absolutely.
So like I was on a trainer in New York City. Like my clients were like the people that you see on the red carpet now. Like they were like up to something, you know what I mean? Yeah. So it was a fantastic opportunity to be inspired by go-getters.
Yeah.
Oh, you know, as a trainer, I mean, like I that was one of the I loved fitness, but one of the things I love about, and this is probably what is really like full on in your gym, is that the people that are in your gym are people that have done the work, because in order for them to afford the membership and afford a trainer, they've done some things, right?
Yes, definitely.
Or they've made a commitment with their extra cash that they have, is they've made a real commitment to their health, which that in of itself, you know, maybe they're not gazillionaires, but they've made a commitment that their health is the most important thing. And that's super important.
Yeah. Oh my God. 100%, especially if they want to see change or get towards their goal. I mean, you have to stay committed.
Absolutely. I just love the whole concept. That's fantastic. I mean, it's very clean. It's a really good sized gym. You have brand new equipment. It's really, everything's sturdy and clean. And, you know, after being a trainer my whole life and having to train some folks, and, you know, not bad gyms, but gyms that maybe I'd get there early and clean, you know what I mean? Yeah, right. You know what I'm talking about, you know, so there's a lot of gyms that have trainers, independent trainers are a little on the older side. Yes. This gym is state of the art. It's got all the brand new equipment, and really, it's really set up well, and it's clean, and it smells good. And I know that sounds crazy, but anybody who's been to a gym that has a trainer that's an older gym knows what I'm talking about. Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, totally cool. So, Michael, we're gonna make a plan for me to come do a boot camp with you. I can't wait. Yes. And I really appreciate you coming on Relentless Talk Radio. How do people find out how to work with you? How do they reach you? So the best way is through Michael_isfit on Instagram. That's kind of where you can find me. You can message me there. Text or call me. My number is 605-868-2577. I'll have a website up shortly, or just come to the gym, Glory Gains Gym in Scottsdale. That's awesome. I'm like really so proud of you. Thank you so much. I really am so proud of you. I'm proud of what you've done as a trainer and as a business person, but I stalked your page. I kind of stop in once in a while, and I see that you've become an amazing husband and father, and that you're putting your money where your mouth is. And I just really love that. Thank you. I watched you guys buy your house, and I kept on saying, that's so cool. I love it when I watch a fellow trainer not live on ramen noodles, because you and I both know trainers who are like barely making it because they're not treating their business like a business.
Yes.
And as a result, they're unable to get some of the bigs in life, like a spouse and a home and cars and things, because they're always hand to mouth. And so I have a real passion for shouting out health and fitness people, because I've been that person, but also I've been friends with you people, because we're the same tribe, right?
Yes,
so I love that you found a way to be successful in this business, and that's really awesome. I'm looking forward to getting to know you a bit better. You're going to be one of the contributors in the health and fitness, the Relentless Talk Radio Health and Fitness group, so people can get to know you better and potentially work with you. So we'll be talking a little bit more about that, and I'll be shouting you out in the future. So thanks a lot, Michael, for coming on and for filling a space.
I love it. Thank you so much, Michelle.
Take care.
Yep. Bye-bye.